When people think about tax planning, they think about tax savings. No, that's not correct. There's another aspect to it, which is actually tax risks. How do you manage tax risks? That's also part of tax planning, because if you don't manage the risks, it can blow out on you. So, what are the risks you should be managing, and what are the tax risks? What are the type of tax risks? And let me explain to you. In my view, there are 4 types of tax risks. There are the operations risks, which is the day-to-day risks. That is, for example, you're paying, you've got to pay the non-resident on a regular basis. You have got to deduct withholding taxes, or if you've got to decide whether the transaction is subject to SST or not on a daily basis. These are routine daily operations, and if you don't understand the tax implications of the tax, how to tax such transactions, then if you get it wrong, you will get it wrong on a continuous basis, on a day-to-day basis. That's called operational risk. So you've got to make sure you manage that operational risk and make sure the people who actually run it understand what the rules of the game are, so that they do not make that mistake on a daily basis. The next one is transactional risk. Transactional risks are very one-off items. These are the one-off things where, for example, if you undertake mergers and acquisitions, you do a business restructuring, you buy, you sell. These are one-off transactions, and you must know how to interpret the law so that you get the right tax treatment and you pay the minimum amount of tax. If you get that wrong, there is a transactional risk. There's a tax risk there. The third one is actually compliance risk, which is your normal compliance. Annually you file your tax returns, you have your SST returns on a bi-monthly basis. Previously we had GST returns. All these returns that you do, these are regular compliance matters. So you must also make sure that the compliance matters are correctly dealt with and the law is applied correctly. Otherwise, whenever you file your returns, you're going to do the wrong thing and there is a compliance risk. And the last one is reputational risk, because if you get hit with a large tax bill, and if you happen to be a quoted company, it comes up in the newspapers, your share prices will be affected. So you have a reputational risk also, and others will think that perhaps because you've been hit with such a large tax bill, perhaps you have your integrity can be also questioned, which means your reputation can be at risk. So these are all the risks that you should be managing when you are managing tax matters. So especially board of directors and directors, should be aware of these risks so that they can ask the right questions and manage the risk. Thank you.